Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. Thanks for joining me for our weekly check-in. I have been we've been running around with a wet computer crisis this morning, so a little trying to get my bearings here. Did ground and do my 5 tools of protections earlier today. Thank goodness. All right, so let's see. A couple announcements. Well, first of all, thanks for joining. And for those of you who are out there who haven't done this before, you type me please in the comments. My me pleases are different order than yours because I've got a few different streams coming in, and a little hack for you is YouTube lets you go in a little bit early and put me please, whereas Facebook makes you wait till the time the event's live. So YouTubers always show up first. So if you want to do this again, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little bell button, and it'll tell you when I'm going live, which is almost every weekend this time. Today I'm going to use the Spirit Oracle Animal Oracle deck for individual readings. Always use my Yantra deck for the week check-in. If you hear a message that sounds like it's for you and your name's not on the bottom of the screen, it probably still is for you. The guides like to get together. They like to give lots of messages. So if you go get a card, I wouldn't hang up. I would stay and listen to the other messages, because a lot of times they are coming together, and they might even stack things. I can shuffle the cards and get the same card twice. And that's sometimes just because the guides are stacking their messages up so they get a little bit more airtime to say what they want to say. Let's see. Couple announcements. I am participating in a Soulful Summit. It's an online free learning event. If you go to my Learn It Live link, which I know is kind of long, but you can go to learnitlive.com/Holitza, and you will be able to see my classes. And there's one called the Cultivating Calm for Empaths. It's completely free. It's part of the summit. The whole summit's free. And there's lots of curated spiritual healers and soulful work that gets put up on Learn It Live. So if you know who Linda Howe is, she's big on there. So anyway, I would check that out. There's also other stuff going on. We have a sound bath tonight. The sound baths have been going really great. We have I'm going to do a guides group at the end of April, which only is 8 people, where I really talk kind of like this, but really in depth to your guides. Your guides get a chance to talk to us. So anyway, I'm here for you. And I want to make you guys aware that I'm trying to do lots of offerings that resonate with your sensitive self. Okay. All right, let's get going here. So we're going to put this back up here. All right. Yantra deck first, beginning of the week, which starts today. Work on your communication. Be as impeccable as you can. Meaning, say what you mean. Don't be passive. Clarify if you need to with people. So say, maybe you'll come up to someone and say, I hear that you said this. Is that what you meant? So just giving yourself an opportunity to ask questions more and, be careful with your language. Okay, and the helper card, or the focus of the week, is focus on where you're giving and receiving support, and make sure you're in balance, because those givers out there, you have to remember how good it feels for you to give is how good it feels for someone else to give. So sometimes you have to be on the receiving end, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. And also the support card is cautioning you to not get support from places that will cultivate fear in you or limiting beliefs. Okay, end of the week, choices have already been made. So this is like sink into the choices that you've already made, sink into the commitments you've already said you want to commit to, get yourself available to these kind of spaces that you've already connected to, and just kind of go with what's already been decided is basically it. And we're entering into exciting time on the 23rd, and we got spring equinox too. So you guys, this is a cool week. It's going to be great. All right, let's see what else is going on. Okay. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 first. Okay. So that's for you guys watching at home now. And then for those of you who like to watch later. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So pick one that resonates. Just ask your heart, what do I need to hear? Which numbers, for this week. And the other thing is, if we see these cards more over and over and over again, they probably are for all of us. And so 3 times the charm on that one. Dog spirit for your number ones, be loyal to what you love, okay? Don't be loyal to everything. Be loyal to what you love first and make sure you have enough energy and enough time for those loved ones, okay? All right, if this week you picked 2, you've got swan spirit, time for a deep dive. Good time to get away for a minute and really get silent. Good time for a sound bath. Get silent, let yourself have a minute to just kind of resonate with yourself, and then go deeper into your what do you want with life and why. If you picked 3, you got crow spirit upside down, which is a protective message. It's saying co-create with spirit, but protect that sacred space. You don't always have to run around saying what you're creating until you're done creating it, okay? So give yourself that awareness as well. All right, let's get started on the readings, and I will call out to you guys. I can see quite a few of you hanging out there. Just to give you a heads up of what the bottom of the list reads to me right now is Crystal, hi. Kristen, hi. Terry, you guys are there, but you're kind of lower down, so just be patient with me. I'm coming. But let's start with Kimberly and Jamie. Kimberly, you got skunk spirit right side up. Know your worth. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. I saw a skunk the other day. It's so cute. Don't pick it up. So this is just reminding you to just kind of be aware that you can be a soft, gentle person. And how soft and gentle is that protection of, they have their protection is stink, which is actually a bit more gentle way, even though it's not gentle, but I mean, than hurting somebody or doing something, right? And they don't just spray for no reason. So this is just kind of be protective, especially with that message for the week of your own worth, okay? And communicate your own worth. Jamie, you're going to be focused on an upside down cow spirit, okay? So this cow spirit is saying the miracles are endless, but be protective of those miracles. Again, you don't have to go around telling everyone, because a lot of times especially when we have synchronicities going on, people shut us down. They say, oh, well, that's just a coincidence, or, oh, that's weird. If you need to keep it to yourself first, if it's a miracle that you just need to have reverence for, that's okay. All right, Rob, your focus this week is the scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. So this is very much about getting into your craft a little bit more, focusing on what you are being called to do with your spirit. And when you're in service heart, spirit always conspires to help you get that done. So there you go. Gina, turkey spirit for you, give gratitude and grace. Okay, so this is like a bountiful time of like going back and recognizing, especially when we go to that support space where we have that for the week, giving yourself an idea that you have all the support you need. You can take the risks you want to take. You just be grateful for everything that's already occurred so that so much more can come. Okay. CC, your focus for the week is armadillo spirit. Set healthy boundaries. I never realized how cute these guys were until I saw them all over the place when we went to Florida. It's a message of it's okay to kind of move out of the way. It's okay to kind of play under the, like underneath the surface. You don't have to always be front and center. Okay. All right. Cynthia, your card is the otter spirit. You've got you're never alone. Never alone. So there's little friends always there to be helping you, even when you feel like you're alone or you have to do it all yourself. Especially with that support card showing up this week, it might be good for you to reach out to your friends and find your support. Okay. Miranda, you've got the skunk spirit too. Know your worth. Okay, so just like Kimberly, you can set healthy protections for yourself, and you can also be your soft, sensitive self until somebody needs to be told to back off. Okay, Barbara, you've got ant spirit, which is time to collaborate. So there's going to be some people in your world that want to work with you. It might be a good week to say yes. Remember that support card is telling us it's good to receive as well as good to give. So a little bit of collaboration would be good. Tiff, you got cat spirit, Anybody who knows me knows that's awesome. Claim your independence. So this is like kind of asking you to look and see where you're still feeling of dependent or still feeling attached to something, and let yourself just realize I've been doing it on my own and I'm good. I don't need to keep going backwards. All right, Kelly, you got the white raven spirit upside down, which says trust in the magic. But when it's protective, it's kind of, again, that message of you don't have to communicate the magic. You don't have to say out loud what the magic even is. You can just have a sacred, private relationship with that magic. Okay. So this week, focusing on your private relationship with magic. Matthew, you're going to work on coyote spirit, which is trust in divine detours. Okay. So if things are not exactly going your way, that's okay. Sometimes it's taking you somewhere else. I need to remember this today too. My college kiddo has spilled water all over his laptop. He's very upset about it because all of his work is getting lost. Divine detours. You never know what's happening or why, and sometimes it's necessary. It's taking you somewhere you need to go, and it may not always be where you want to go, though. Diane, lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Okay, so be generous, but see how his mouth is closed and he's just standing strong. You can be generous with your love, generous with your support. You don't have to always be generous with your hands and the doing part, right? You can be there in spirit and not necessarily have to do it all. Okay. Kimberly, you got the canary spirit in protective. Sing your own song, but be protective of that song. Don't let everybody or anybody else say who you are or whether or not that song is beautiful or whether or not that song should be sung. This week, you're protecting your song, okay? You're protecting your truth. Tanya, you also got lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. So if you kind of apply this too to that support card, sometimes just having someone there makes you feel supported, even if that person's not doing anything but sitting there holding space for you to do what you need to do. That's what you're being asked to do this week. Just be there. You don't have to be doing to be supportive. Janice, whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Okay, so this week may feel a little mysterious, may feel a little bit like you're not exactly sure what's happening next, but there's just kind of asking for faith and feeling supported. Okay. All right. Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, you got the electric eel spirit in protective mode. Bring your ideas to life. But again, a lot of you guys are getting the message of like, bring it to life, but do it in kind of a private mode. Don't broadcast it yet. It might not be time exactly. You may have already decided something, but it might not be time to tell everyone else. Okay. Donnie, you got dog upside down. So if you picked one at the beginning and it was right side up, it's also doubling down on this. Says be loyal to what you love in a protective way. Be protective of what you love. Not protective like stand back, I got this, but protective like come with me, I will keep you safe. Okay. So this week, do that with all the things you love. Just keep it safe, keep it protected, keep it watchful eye. Mountain River Therapeutics. You got beaver spirit. Lay a solid foundation. Now, and this is what I'm hearing with this upside down protective is go backwards a little bit and see where your foundation might need a little bit of attention. Okay. And just kind of work on knowing that the base is still getting built, and that's okay. Patty. Spider spirit. Make your dreams real. So this is a good week for you to start weaving some things into place, maybe even actual weaving or actual sewing or crocheting or whatever your hands like to do. If you got some ideas, that might be a good week to either complete it or get something new started. Sam, you're got electric eel spirit right side up. So bring your ideas to life. So unlike Janelle, you're being asked to bring them to life like outwardly. Like do some things to start showing the world what you're up to, okay? Especially when those ideas have been brewing for a while. Nicole. Nicole, you got wombat spirit. I think that's funny. Be at home. Be at home in yourself, though. It's protective. Be protective of your home. Be protective of what goes on in your home. And this wombat spirit is saying you can focus on that home energy this week, and that will be most productive. And I'm thankful for you as well. Seth, you got dog spirit. Third time we've seen the card, not the third time we've seen it right side up, but it might be coming for us. Be loyal to what you love. That means saving the energy that you have for the things that you love. Don't necessarily spend it all on the things that are going to just make you resentful. Okay. Kalina, frog spirit upside down, clear out the clutter. But when it's in protection, it's kind of, again, this like clear out the clutter, but do it in a way where people, what I'm seeing is like, make sure people who you love and your life know what's important to you and why, and what you need to get rid of. Okay. So there may be this pile of papers that has, all your ways that you've made a lot of money, and this pile of papers that is all the bills that are already paid, you don't even have to think about and could go out into the trash. And if they sit next to each other, somebody might not know which pile of papers is important. So just you're being asked to kind of be protective by clearing out the clutter and making sure the important stuff is highlighted. Okay. Aaron, Nolani, Kayana, Aaron, otter spirit upside down. You're never alone. And in the protection space, that I'm hearing a little bit of you're never alone. So you might need a little bit of downtime. Your guides are kind of saying a little bit of time alone would be great. And maybe protecting that energy so that you don't get worn out by being around people. Okay. Nalani, your focus for the week is going to be, okay, she did it for us. Dog spirit. Okay. So that's third time is the charm. We also got, you got two cards. You got cow spirit too, but right side up, the miracles are endless. All right. I'm going to read the dog spirit because we all got it now. So let's hear what it has to say for us. It says, dog spirit appears to remind you that although change is a part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms, manifesting in the people you are surrounding yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog spirit also says to be true to that which you love. And now is a time of good fortune. Be steady as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving, true, and the dog spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for you. All right. Nice message. Thanks for bringing that around for us all. Okay. Kayana, your card for the week is Otter Spirit upside down. Okay. This is the second time we've seen it upside down. Third time we've seen it. So this might be coming again for all of us. You are never alone. Your mom just got this card upside down too. Maybe everybody needs a little downtime and a little alone time. Which will lead you to appreciate that you have each other. All right. Heidi, you got the stag spirit in protective mode. This says take the lead, but take the lead without saying much. Take the lead without saying so. Just give yourself some space to be the leader by being a good role model. Okay. So that's all you're being asked to do there. Robin, Lion spirit upside down. Third time we've seen this card. First time upside down. Protect your generous spirit. Protect it and give it to, it says be generous of spirit, but don't forget to be generous of spirit with yourself. Okay. So this week, focus on your own inner spirit and self. Eli, you got dragonfly spirit upside down. It says truth transcends illusion. Protection. Truth protects. When you are able to be truthful, especially with yourself, it really helps you move into a place where you can move, kind of out of the illusion of like that this day-to-day matters and into that truth of who you are as a bigger person. I was watching, I didn't watch all of it or very much of it really, but there was a Bill Maher, oh gosh, it's like Random Conversations or something. He's got it's like a podcast he has, and he had Deepak Chopra on there, and Deepak was like talking about all these spiritual things about illusion, and Bill Maher was going off about his fear of death. It was kind of funny. It's interesting to listen to them kind of be oppositional. Just kind of thought of that when we thought of the illusion. Jordan, Skunk spirit upside down. Okay, third time we've seen the card, first time upside down. Know your worth. But this is also like check in with your ego because not in a bad way, but it's not saying you're not worthy, but there's something that the ego is getting in the way. Like the only way you're valuing yourself is not the only way to value yourself, kind of thing. So kind of check in with that. Check in with where you might be misaligned with what you think makes you worthy and what actually is the truth about your worth. Okay. Michelle, you got deer spirit and protection. Bring gentle touch, but particularly back to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. It's, sometimes we want to push things or charge ahead in change, and it's sometimes that's meant to be just very slow and gentle. Okay, for you this week, Melissa, squirrel, believe in yourself. Yay! But protect that belief. Protect that belief by maybe not sharing it with everybody all the time, just because it might be worth kind of pausing and waiting for you to be totally confident in it so it doesn't get kind of shut down by other people's limiting beliefs. Michaela, you got the horse spirit this week. Freedom is yours. Have a free week. Free from other people's judgments, free from thoughts and ideas that are not serving you, all of it. Okay? Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, you brought the cow spirit to us upside down for the third time. So the miracles are endless, but in a protective mode. So let's just give a little more information. Probably won't read the whole thing just so we don't run out of time. Pay attention to how much you nourish your mind, body, spirit right now, because you're wobbling around like a newborn calf with unsteady legs. Perhaps you've been spending too much time distracting yourself on the internet or obsessing over a relationship or choosing to eat food that is not healthy. Whatever is being nudged here, assess how you're looking after your needs. Okay, so this card is for all of us, but this is also, particularly hitting home for you, Christy, to say, pay attention to how you can stabilize and nourish yourself. Kira, you've got the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Look, he's so zen. He just has knowingness to him. So just know and trust that there is a plan already in place for you, and you already have a place and plan for you. Okay, Finn, you're the butterfly in protection. Okay, transformation is beautiful, but sometimes transformation needs protection so that it can go through the process. If you think of the butterfly, it has to first crystallize, go into the chrysalis and protect itself through its change. Heather, your focus for the week is going to be wombat upside down. Be at home. Second time we've seen that one. Protection of your home. Go home and protect the things that you want to protect, okay? Paying attention to where maybe you haven't given enough attention to that particular topic. Natalie, lizard spirit and protection. That's kind of funny knowing what I know about your mother. Dream the world into being. Okay, upside down. So dream the world into being. It's in protective way. Don't have to tell anybody. It's just it doesn't have to. Sometimes our change freaks other people out. Like, oh, you're going to do that. I don't know if that's a good idea. Just give yourself space to change and dream things into being, and tell everybody about it later when it's a little more solid. Cow spirit for you, Sarah. Upside down. Fourth time we've now seen it. So this message is still for us and maybe worth going back to the book over, since I read some of it, but not all of it. This is saying whatever it is, you're being nudged to assess how you're looking after your needs. Remember, the universe has a way of reflecting back to you the events and conditions that match how you treat yourself. Cow spirit reminds you that the universe wants to give you the very best, but needs you to put your part in to participate by nourishing your well-being. Heed her messages and everything will shift in your favor. So remember that support card that we got at the beginning. Message of let other people support you, but be sure to support yourself as well. Okay, Jenny, by the way, thank you guys for being patient. For those of you who are a little bit on the bottom of the list, coming to you as fast as I can. Jenny, you got the brown bear spirit and protection. Take time out, and that time out is protection. Time by yourself, time away, a little bit of downtime, because that's protective of who you are. And if you think of this cow card that we just got, and the other card about knowing our worth and things, it's just like, this is really important time for you to step back and take care of yourself. Okay. Gina, You got the frog spirit upside down. Second time we've seen that. Clear out the clutter. So if you listen to the message that was given before, it's a similar message to you, that your clutter is confusing what's worth something, what's not. And if somebody else had to come in and clear your clutter, they might not know what the heck they're dealing with. Okay. So organizing this week would be good to kind of protect the value of things. Cameron, lion spirit right side up, being generous of spirit. I'm pretty sure this is the third time we've seen this card, although it's upright. Being just being solid in yourself, just not necessarily having to do anything. It's just kind of being overseeing. Let's see. Healthy ego. Lion spirit appears to remind you that you bring the gift of pride and healthy sense of worth to express your divine, authentic self in a unique way. So it basically says take pride and just be in that pride. You don't have to do anything else. Just be really amazed at yourself and what you've accomplished this far, and then share that. All right. Eat 100 foods. You got 2 cards. You got moth spirit. Surrender now. Pretty obvious. Just surrender. And you got bat spirit and protection. A rebirth is assured. Okay. So surrender and protect the rebirth. Surrender knowing that things are changing and that a rebirth is coming. And you may not be able to control the entire process, but you've already put it into place. Remember that choice card we got at the end of this week? The choices have already been made. It's just time to step into them and allow them to be. Lisa, buffalo spirit in the protection. The abundant universe will provide. No, but that's kind of getting back to protecting your abundance, protecting yourself to have enough time, enough energy to have the abundance that you desire. Terry, you got crow spirit right side up. Co-create with spirit. All right. And they're very smart little birds. So this is also using your intelligence, because you have it, and using the intelligence of your community. I'm hearing too from your guides. So go to your community. There's people who know how to do the stuff you don't know how to do. And this week would be a good week to kind of co-create with spirit on that. Kristen, groundhog spirit, time to let go. So this is a good week to just learn where you maybe been hanging on to something or some things. And it's a really good week to let those things just go. It's time. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Crystal, your card is crow spirit upside down. So this is the second time we saw this. We saw this at the beginning. So if you pick 3 at the beginning, it's doubling down. Co-create with spirit, but step aside. If you're micromanaging spirit's going to get a little frustrated, right? So this card is kind of saying step back and let spirit do its thing too. Okay. Deanna, peacock spirit, let it shine. Look at the peacock's heart. Boo. All right. Good week to share your heart. Good week to let yourself be in a shining spot and know that just showing up. If you got we got those 3 cards this week for all of us, that say know your worth, take really good care of yourself, and just let that prideful self just be there. Okay. Safari spirit, you got wolf spirit up in protection. Turn knowledge into wisdom, but don't necessarily share it yet. Keep it to yourself and use that knowledge to help you kind of flourish into what you want to flourish into. All right. I highly recommend Googling the astrological significance of March 23rd, 2023. See what you find, read what resonates with you. And then of course we're going into spring. Yay. We do have a metaphysical shop small for those of you who are local. It's a fair too. We have like readers and vendors that have other stuff. So I really hope you come check that out with us. That's going to be in April on a Saturday, April 22nd, from like noon to 3. So put that on your calendars too. If you're hanging out there still, thanks, by the way, for hanging out with me. And you haven't said me, please feel free. I really feel like there's a lot of support being offered by the other side, but also a lot of like, blah, blah, blah. That's the best sound effect I could come up with how it feels right now. It's just like shake us up and kind of figuring out how are we going to get into the next phase that we all say we want to be part of when we're clinging so much to so many different things, So, all right. Well, I think we did it again. I will see you guys later. Bye.